Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I don't know why, but I have been wanting to build this park for so long, so today we're going to do it. Right now it is just currently a bunch of weeds and grass. Here's a map of what the area looks like before, and here's what it's going to look like after we're done with the park. So we have a lot of terraforming to do because right now it just looks like garbage and it needs to be like straightened out, and the land is not good for a park right now. So in this episode, we have a lot of terraforming and tree planting to do, so let's get this party started. To start out, I just picked right up where that path left off from the yacht club and continued it all the way around this lake, and then I'm able to just start putting in some parking spots for people who want to drive to this park for whatever reason. I then proceeded to spend 3 hours smoothing out all the land. I did this using retaining walls and making everything kind of terraced off a little bit and just making the slopes a lot less steep and making everything more flat, so that way it's just better walkability and easier to build on. My main reason for wanting to build this park so much was I love outdoor events, wink wink, so I wanted to build an amphitheater. So let's get started on this amphitheater that you see behind me, because this is probably the coolest part of this entire park. The process was pretty simple. I just made a bunch of circles, and each circle was raised up 1 block, so that way we get that nice ramp upwards, and then I just built some retaining walls to kind of even out the land a little bit more, and that was pretty much it. It was all just a matter of filling in the dirt underneath the amphitheater now, so that way it wasn't just hollow underneath, and making the land flow very nicely with it, which was actually harder than you might think. Now, to break up this giant grass patch, I did some paths to make smaller grass patches. The paths were super simple. I just used a brush with a radius of, I believe, like 2, and I just painted it, but then I had to go back through and kind of smooth everything out because you could kind of see the brush marks. And then I decided to put in patches of mulch for where the trees are going to go. This was hands down my favorite part of the entire project. This is going to be a permanent stage structure for all sorts of events happening at this park, ranging from giant music festivals all the way down to just events on one stage. I decided to make the structure pretty beefy so that way it could handle a lot of weight, because these lighting and sound packages are very heavy, so I needed to make sure the structure was very beefy. And then I'm able to add some details to the amphitheater, including a covered front of house area and pathways, so that way people can get to their seat a little bit easier. It is now time to plant a ridiculous amount of trees. To keep track of the amount of trees, I'm going to have a counter up here in the corner, and I want you to take a guess at how many trees I will end up planting. And don't cheat, don't skip to the end of the video. I want you to make a legitimate guess on how many trees there are in this park. It's a lot. on the far side of the park, I wanted to construct a quick road real quick to kind of establish the eastern boundary of the park. And this is actually the furthest east I have ever expanded in the city so far, so we actually have a lot of buildings to build because there's a lot of empty space that needs to be filled in. So stay tuned for that. And then I just decided to cap off this road with a quick little cul-de-sac. Not exactly sure what's going to go there in the future. And then we are able to just continue building more trees. And once I'm done building trees over here, there is a structure on the other side of the park that I forgot about. This is going to be a pavilion, public bathrooms, and sort of just like a public rec space all in one building. The rec space is more of like a party center, like somewhere where you would rent out for events. Just like a multi-use building, just to take up space, and I really like the architecture of this building, so it turned out really cool. And then that is the last thing I built in this park, really. All the landscaping is done, and it's beautiful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It is now time for the results of the tree count. If you guessed 294 trees in this park, you are correct. Wow, look at you guys go. That is a lot of trees though. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of the video. If you watched all the way to the end, you're awesome. While you're at it, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Me and Angry Death Truck are working on a very big project, so you guys shall see what that project is next episode. See you later. Bye.